get the cake right to the side sex. Leave the fire and the roof style stuck. I'm on the grind like we're chasing the stars. For mil more to do, finally we've come so far. Talk about legends, yeah, we know the score. Ronnie, I'm Bobby, we remember you more. From the highs of the Wembley fight to losing our trousers, still we ignite. Red and white with the pride, we're never gonna bow. Fighting like middlemen, hear the roar now. We're middlemen, we stand up tall. Through ups and downs, we giving it all. For mil more to do that.
Welcome everybody to the KB Terrace Talk channel. This is something a little bit different for you guys. It is an FPL live stream. Before it was always pre-recorded shows. Now it is live for you guys. So you can genuinely ask us questions and we can try and answer them. I'm Merzgoff, your host for these shows, and I'm joined by my two panelists today. John, how are you doing?
I'm great. I'm here to represent, like, you know that book you get, like an idiot's guide. I'm like,
oh, yeah.
I'm the idiot's guide to FPL. So I'm that.
Yeah, that's me. That's me.
So I'm here to represent all those people who are maybe thinking, I haven't got a clue about FPL, but I'd like to try it.
So there you go. You're the representative of the viewer base, is what you're
Yes.
saying. Yeah, there we go. Perfect. Then we have the self-proclaimed FPL genius himself, GH. How are you doing?
I'm all right. You know, if I can play FPL, anyone can.
Yeah, I mean, you like to say that you've got expertise. You've been doing it for so many years and everything like that. But I'm not too sure if I've seen it yet this year, your expertise.
I'm just saving it for later on. It's going to come out in like the later weeks.
You're going to
Is
do
it
a
an
second
expertise on how bad he is?
Yeah.
potentially.
Game week
Second half of the
19.
season,
Game
come
week
back.
19.
Game week 19. Oh, right. So you're waiting for the second half of the season when all the chips refresh and everything like that to do your comeback tour. Okay,
Exactly.
I see how it is then, GH. Right. Well, we are going to start things off by obviously looking back to game week 10, how it went for people, and obviously the team of the week, because there is a surprise candidate in terms of the team of the week and who got some good points. So I think that might be a good starting point, is that team of the week. So it is the team of the week as it is. So it was Leno who scored 7 points as the goalkeeper. It was a back three. So we had Gabriel, who got 12 points, Guehi, 10 points, and Robertson. So GH will be happy with that because he was calling for Kirkez to be dropped, Robertson to be brought into the team, and he's gone and got himself 8 points there. Then we have got Gomez from Brighton, got his first goals of the season, getting himself 16 points.
Wow.
Ryan Sessegnon with 14. Rice Baby with 13. Casemiro with, I think, back-to-back weeks of getting good points. He got 12 this week. Gravenberch, I think he is one to definitely look for the future. Got 11 points. We got Haaland with 13, and then João Pedro back on the score sheet with 9 points. So, any of those ones, like, eye-catching, you're thinking about, like, wanting in your team? Do you actually own any of them as well?
I mean, one thing I will say is, having watched the Liverpool match, Robertson played high up. He was playing like wing slash set. It was weird. He was like playing winger slash striker pretty much all the game. So if you want someone that's attacking and potentially going to get you attacking points, he could be a good option if he's going to start playing more.
Yeah. Do you own any of them, GH?
Sadly not. No. Actually, no, I do. I've got Haaland, but nobody else.
Nearly everyone owns Haaland. It's like owned by 70% plus of the community. John, yourself, do you own any of them?
The typical Haaland. I am surprised, and I know certain fan base might have a go at me for saying this. I wouldn't be surprised not to see the Brighton player too often in a team of the week. I'd be surprised not to have seen Welbeck, to be quite honest.
Welbeck, I think, has featured in some previous weeks on Team of the Week. But
The earlier ones, isn't it?
He didn't get on the score sheet, I don't think, in that game.
No
against...
West Ham players as well, which, I mean, Paqueta had a great game against, obviously, my team, and so did Bowen, so... really?
Yeah, because if he's thinking about, like, players, so each player, if they're playing at least 60 minutes, gets 2. Paqueta getting a goal would be 5, that's 7, and then some bonus points. So
6, 7.
Probably just missed out, I guess, because didn't keep a clean sheet, so wouldn't have got the point for that. So yeah, realistically, the way to get into the team of the week is a goal, probably maybe assist, 3 bonus points, the games, the 2 points for playing the match, and avoid like yellow cards and stuff. But yeah, Sesson Young as well in here. I think this is the second time he's featured. Gabriel's been a regular feature. Haaland, Guehi as well. Like for myself, I transferred in Gabriel for game week 10 and captained him, so I was glad about that. Haaland, obviously, the usual. But yeah, I think Gravenberch with the fact that Liverpool in the upcoming games after Man City, because Liverpool have got Nottingham Forest at home, then West Ham away, then Sunderland at home, then Leeds away, then Brighton at home. So that's a chain of 5 games where you could see Liverpool players potentially picking up some points, and Gravenberch quite cheap, picking up a fair few points so far this season. But yeah,
is Gravenberch more of a, because we've had this discussion, haven't we, off stream a few times, where I think GH would be like, oh, don't pick him, he's a CDM. Is Gravenberch classed as a CDM for Liverpool, GH?
I don't know. I think, to be honest, I think he's more of a centre mid, if anything. But
okay. I'm just thinking because of the whole like Newcastle, because Tonali has been getting some really good points, and I'm just thinking, is it worth? I know obviously it's a bit biased to have Tonali in my team, but GH is always the one to be, oh, don't do that, he's got CDM.
Well, you think of players like Caicedo, and you think to yourself, he's not going to get lots of points because he's a box-to-box midfielder, but he's actually proven me wrong this season, and I regret not having him. A bit like Rice, actually. I never feel very confident with picking a centre mid or a CDM just because of the nature of them getting back.
But Rice is a set piece taker, so he'll get points for that.
Yeah,
right?
that is good.
Yes.
That is a very good point. And also, you've got to remember, defensive contributions are a big thing, and the CDMs can probably get a good chance of getting some of them. So I think this season, more than any, the CDMs and centre mids are more popular than ever.
What do you think, Mers? Do you think Tonali might? I don't know his points so far.
I can have a quick look at that, but I'm going to start with the Gravenberch situation. So he's missed 2 games, and he's got 50 points, which I think potentially puts him in the top 10 of midfielders at the moment. He's got 3 goals, 2 assists. I do believe he's kind of like that CDM / centre mid kind of role, because you got McAllister alongside him, who does a bit of the defensive work as well, which sometimes means he can step up forwards, which is why he's got the 3 goals. In terms of Tonali, I will have a look.
What's his price, Mez? Gravenberch is. I wonder.
Gravenberch is 5.6 million.
That's not bad, is it?
It is not bad. And that's the thing with like these CDMs like Rice, Caicedo, even like someone like Xhaka, for instance, very good value to pick up. Unfortunately, Tonali's only actually got 28 points because he's only got the 1 assist, hasn't got any goals. So he's not really chipping in much. If you're going for someone like that, it is going for like the DEFCON goals and assists like Caicedo's managed to do so far this season, and Rice, as you said, set piece taker. So it's definitely worth a consideration. We've got somebody in here. We've got Roman. Evening. Hello, Roman. How you doing? Oh, what's this? Let's us use FC logic like normally do. GH, what position is he on FC?
FC. What's his alternative positions?
Yes. What is his alternative positions, GH, on FC?
Gravenberch,
You know that?
I think it's CM and CDM.
CM, CDM. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, I like. Sometimes you've used FC, I swear, as your logic.
Yeah,
No?
I mean, it's weird because sometimes I can use FC as logic, but then other times I can't because I found out earlier that Gavardio can play, I think it's right mid. on
No,
FC.
left
Right mid.
you said,
Interesting.
weren't it?
And,
Yeah.
and he can't play in that. He just doesn't play there in real life. So sometimes my logic comes back to haunt me a bit when it doesn't work like that.
Okay.
No, but you have been doing FPL since you were born, so you should know these things, GA.
Yeah, true.
Yes.
Yes.
We've got Bushy in chat. Hello,
Yes,
Bushy.
Bushy, how's it going?
Hello.
Good evening.
Yeah, but obviously looking at that team of the week, quite good. In terms of like my performance in game week 10, I got 81 points. I took a 4-point hit, so actually I've got 77.
Oh, wow.
In terms of like who my big hitters were, so as I said, I had Gabriel's captain, got me 24 points. Haaland with 13.
Captain, wow.
Mateta 9, Caicedo 10. So I had some very good performances from some of my players in the team. What about yourself, GH? What did you?
Oh, yeah. So
manage
you put Matessa in your team this week, didn't you?
For game week 10, yes, I did.
He's a good one. He's a good one because he's got some good fixtures coming up. He's got Brighton, he's got Wolves, and then Man United. So I'm glad I've got him as well. The big hitter obviously was Haaland. Now I've gone double Arsenal defense.
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 But I didn't go with Gabriel because he's the most expensive, and now I regret it because the thing is, I thought to myself, I've already got Calafiori. Let's get Timber, who's the next cheapest, who's going to play because I wanted to guarantee points. But thinking about logically, I think maybe Gabriel would have been a good one. But either way, Arsenal, as much as it pains me to say it, I think Arsenal are the best team this season, especially in defence by miles. Like Chelsea's defence is too shaky, Liverpool's defence too shaky, Spurs too shaky. The only team that would come slightly close to your defence is City, and then again, they're not great. So I think it makes logical sense to have multiple Arsenal defenders. And then other than that, I've got Mateta, and then everyone else just got 2 or 1.
To be fair, if you're talking about defenses that have performed quite well, Sunderland needs to be brought up there because highest scoring goalkeeper is Rolfs. Sunderland's goalkeeper, 54 points, which is 2 points ahead of Raya.
Well, yeah, you say Sunderland's defence. The 1 week that I bench a Chelsea player and he got 7, and then Sunderland player got 2. So that's a bit unfortunate.
It depends on the matchup, I think, with Sunderland. Like if they're playing, in particular, 6-pointer games, those ones that, especially if they're at home,
then they'll lose.
You can. That was Burnley away, though, mind. So you could argue Burnley might have the advantage in that kind of game, but you've had like good get. So for Rolfs this season, 8 points against West Ham, which was at home, 8 points against Brentford at home, 10 away to Crystal Palace, which was actually quite an interesting one, 10 against Nottingham Forest, which was away as well, Wolves 7 at home. Like there's definitely a common trend, mostly of at home with a couple of away games thrown in there. I feel like Palace as well, Guehi is 100% one that you...
It's annoying. That's so annoying because Liverpool obviously was so close to signing him and now he stayed at Palace and he has looked really solid. So,
yeah. Let's have a look at a few comments before moving on. We've got Pep Empire. How long is the Arsenal striker out for?
Which one?
Too long. Had to drop him to the bench.
Jesus has been injured.
Gokeres,
him.
by looks of things, he might be back after the international break. So maybe 3 weeks. So obviously he won't be worth playing this week. Mikel Merino, if you're wanting to maybe use a transfer, would be the logical one.
Wait.
Replace him.
You can't do that because Moreno's a midfielder. So how do you swap Moreno for?
If you've got two
Gyökeres?
transfers, then obviously you take out Gyökeres for somebody else and then bring in Mikel Merino, especially if you've already got three Arsenal players in the team. Bushy's saying he's good, lads. Nice to see John on the show also. Terrible Tom and also Bushy with the defense.
What I would say though is an important, because I missed out this week because I missed a deadline. So everyone, if you're an idiot's guide to John's FPL right now, keep an eye on the deadline because I had Caicedo and Neto for Chelsea, and I'd captained Neto, not Caicedo.
Oh no!
Yeah. So obviously, guys, just be always on a Friday checking when deadline is because unfortunately, I didn't do great. I think I got 56 points, which wasn't. But I've took it this week. I brought in Calafiori, and I know after international break who I think I'm going to bring in for an attacking sense. So yeah.
Okay. Well, we're going to now start looking ahead to game week 11, the fixtures, and potentially the best options to go for if you're wanting to do some transfers. So, obviously, in terms of talking about transfers, let's start off with the transfers out. Some big transfers out this week because at the top of the table right now is Kudos. Spurs player, the man who is quite important to their attack, is getting transferred out by quite a lot of people.
He just doesn't get any points. I know he's injured, but I'm going to get rid of him purely based on the fact that he just doesn't get any points. He may be influential, but there's only so much that FPL you can be influential. If you're getting no points, what's the point?
It's Salah then, really, GH, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, he's not an expensive one, so he can be one that you can keep in the team and maybe take a gamble with. 45 points isn't like the worst, but you are right. He's only realistically scored good points in, I'd say, 3 games, 7, 10, and 12-point games.
And they're the weeks I didn't have him, I don't think.
Yeah. I think it's the problem with the Spurs being inconsistent, shall we say, like doing very good away, but then doing quite terrible at home this season.
Which is weird because normally teams are better at home, aren't they?
Yeah. Walter Mady, 4th there for transfers out.
Now that's just panic selling. That's panic selling because let's be real, they lost to West Ham, but that was a fluke loss. I don't think they're going to lose loads of games like that.
Let the real fan speak now, GH.
Yeah, let the Newcastle fan talk about the Newcastle player.
Settle down, Isaac Lover. Settle down, calm down. What I would say about Watermelon, I can't say his actual name. Anyway. Unfortunately, and I've said this to you guys a number of times, he sits so deep. It's like he's playing as a 9 at times. If you've watched any Newcastle games, it's infuriating. You did it against Bilbao on Wednesday. It was like he's sitting so deep. And for me, he's not creating or scoring goals. He's scoring in Europe, but not in the Prem. And I think that's probably why people are thinking we've got a tough few games coming up as well. We've got who've got a weekend? We've got Brentford, and then we've got international break, and I believe we've got City then as well. I don't think he scores like in any of them games.
Yeah, maybe it is people thinking ahead. Let's have a look. So yeah, Brentford away, then City at home, Everton away, Spurs at home, and Burnley at home. So
they're a tough set of fixtures.
It is, but you could argue that people could just end up putting him on the bench for maybe a few weeks, and then when it gets towards that game week 14, I would even say maybe playing him against Everton isn't necessarily too much of a gamble because he has scored some goals. Like, how many weeks is it that he's been there? About 7, and he scored
6, 7.
4 goals, which is
4 goals. I think he's got 2 in Europe now. Yeah.
Also, something you've got to remember with FPL is when a player gets transferred out a certain amount of times, they'll decrease in value. So if you decide to keep Watermelon and enough people transfer him out, there's a chance he'll drop in price, and then you've lost a bit of money. So bear that in mind.
That is true that you could potentially lose money. I mean, the value of players going down is normally determined by transfers. So
Yeah.
You'd have to see what happens with that, I guess. Some maybe other interesting ones on there. For instance, like Saka being quite a heavily transferred player out, whilst like FPL Scout, so the official FPL pages like Scout is saying Saka's worth captaining for this game week. So
against who's Arsenal got?
We've got Sunderland this week.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah. So transfer him out against Sunderland could be an interesting one because
Sunderland beat Chelsea though, so let's not get ahead of ourselves.
Let's be real. Oh, I was about to say beating Chelsea is easy, but we lost them.
Yes, GH, you did. Yeah.
Yeah.
Honestly, your own team you don't know lost, and you're there going, "Oh, we have not beaten Chelsea's not for everyone."
But moving into now the most transferred players in, top of the list is Mateta.
Wow.
Who is probably a big one to captain in
Do you know what
Mateta
reminds me of? And you guys are going to probably laugh, right? He reminds me of last season, Jacob Murphy went on a really good run. He got 11 goals, 5 assists, and everyone was like, what a player, get him in your FPL. And I just feel like he's having is it called a purple patch, a good set of form? I don't know. He's having a good form at the moment. Yeah, he's got a good couple of game weeks coming up. But is it really like, do you want him leading your line against, let's say, a Man City, or let's say against even like an Arsenal? I would probably say no.
Yeah, not necessarily against those games, but 100%. A Palace against anybody potentially outside the top 6, you would favour right now for a win. And
wow,
where the goal is going to come for predominantly for Palace is going to be Mateta and Sarr.
Yeah.
So definitely. What about you, GH? What's your thoughts on Mateta?
I'm a little bit confused about Mateta because one week he'll go and get a hat trick when he should have had about 5 goals. The next week he should have had about 3 goals and gotten nothing. Like he's very it's a very awkward situation with him. When he's good, he's very good, but when he's bad, he's very bad. So
is Turkey on that list, Mers? I can't see it.
Yes.
Yes. No, I don't think. No, there's. Oh yeah, right near the bottom of the list, he is there with like 101,000 transfer ins, which makes sense because he got 2 assists against Bournemouth, looking pretty good. Like the chemistry between him and Haaland makes him like a good option to bring in. Before we continue on, let's have a look at a few more comments. So we've got great to see John. We need him back.
I'm trying to come on Sunday.
Yes, we need him on Sunday. Yes.
Miller's Monday, Miss John.
Oh, Bushy, thank you, man. I appreciate that.
GH with the 67 points.
I know. He said it, I think he's got a bet that he has to say it like 6 or 7 times.
6,
like
7. Yeah.
6, 7.
You might hear it about 6, 7 more times.
Well done, man. Well done.
Right. Have to get that Bournemouth winger out of the team soon because of AFCON. Semenyo, yeah. To be fair, that's going to be the same with a lot of players, though. But that's why we're going to get bonus free transfers just before the AFCON happens. Yeah. So if you haven't already used your free transfers, I think game week 16 we all get it topped back up to 5.
Oh, nice.
So, yeah, you'll then be able to do 5 free transfers, which is almost like a mini wildcard, you could say.
Yeah.
But remember, if you if a certain, like I said earlier, if a certain amount of people transfer out, Semenyo, he'll drop in price. So after AFCON, when you decide, oh, I want to bring Semenyo back in the team, he'll go down and he'll be cheaper in price. So if you're not considering to get rid of him and just bench him, it might be worth getting rid of him because everyone else will get rid of him. And then when AFCON is over, you can get him and he'll be cheaper.
Lord Mersgoff's
Yeah.
a chief of FPL mastermind.
Yeah.
What nationality is Mateta?
Mateta is French, so you're fine to
Okay.
keep him for AFCON. Man United beat them. I think that's in referral to a reference to Palace.
Yeah, Palace.
Obviously, Bushy trying to get a Man United comment in there. Clearly,
what's the top-rated Man United player transferred in, Mers?
Top one is Mbuemo, which makes
no
sense.
surprise.
He's quite good. Then we've got Johnny Talk saying he eats chips and
nice one.
Pork chops. Yeah.
Is that your
nice
dinner,
one.
mate?
Cool. Is that an interesting combination if that is your dinner?
Wait, Johnny, do you have mayonnaise with that? Just for GH's reference, you know?
GH is mayo.
I actually would.
Oh,
yeah. I think I know a cheap good FPL player, a bit biased by me, but Nico O'Reilly, the guy that's a left back. Is he actually classed as a defender, or is he midfielder? Because
no, he's a defender this year, I think.
What about Rico Lewis?
Rico Lewis doesn't play, does he?
That was a joke, GH.
Where is Bushy? I don't know where Bushy is.
Why don't you ask Bushy where Bushy is?
My show. The FPL is my baby because he thinks he knows it. He gets a bit lucky with FPL, just like his predictions. So he's not really knowledgeable enough to come on something like this. Bushy, yeah, he has to hide in the audience instead.
I was surprised how good I was at the predictions, to be quite honest.
Yeah, you're doing quite well with the predictions. And to be fair, John, going back to your comment about CDMs, Rice and Caicedo are second and third for most transferred in players. So clearly a lot of people are feeling like those
CGH, you can get points at CDM.
I know you can. I just didn't think that at the beginning of the season. Like I always knew the CDMs could get good points. I just didn't think it was like going to be really consistent.
Sorry, Mers, that was inappropriate. I apologize.
It's all okay. But I think we're now going to talk about like what we are wanting to do for game week 11 in terms of our transfers and lineups. And I think we will start off with GH. Here's your team on screen for viewers. Do you want to talk people through your team and transfers you made?
First, well, at the minute I haven't done anything, but I'm considering getting rid of Reindeers, Kudos, or King. Or I think I've got two transfers. King is consistent, as in he consistently plays, but he's consistently average. He gets like 1 or 2 points every week. So I think I'll get rid of him at some point, but it's just when. Kudos might be injured, but they've got Man United, so that's easy points if he does play.
No, it's not. No, hang on. Stop. Rewind. How is it easy points? How is it? But that Man United have had good results recently. You can't just go, oh, it's Man United. You can't.
All right, maybe it's not easy, but anyway.
Right. Stop being so biased because you're a Liverpool fan.
And then Reindeers just doesn't do anything, so.
You are correct. He did one good week at the start,
and then everyone transferred him in like me, thinking he was a revelation, but he's just useless.
The one good thing about the Rinders and transferring in when we did is we all gained some value from it, and that increases our transfer budget to use on other teams. But yeah, I think King, by looks of things, GH, that was just one of your cheap players. Like, oh yeah, he's cheap. I'm going to get him into the team so I can spend elsewhere. Like your 4 million defenders that you did.
Well, I'll tell you one thing. Getting rid of Salah means I've got a good bit of money to spend. So
True.
You do. To be fair, looking at that team, like it is quite an interesting one. Like Kelleher, for instance, looking at your team is quite a bold kind of pick right there for a goalkeeper.
He's the third best keeper in the league, so.
I tell you who's going to be getting. He'll get easy points this week because I know who's playing them away. So that's a clean sheet for Brentford. Well done.
Hopefully, Gallagher should get a clean sheet. Fury and Timber will get a clean sheet. So there.
I need to come back to your comment there of he's the third best goalkeeper in the league. Let me guess. Allison and Madavashvili are 1 and 2, right? And Kelleher's 3.
No. Allison 1.
Alfred's injured.
Whatever your keeper is, 2, and then
Raya,
that's the one, and then Kelleher 3.
Right.
What about Woodman?
So
Do you not count Woodman, GH?
I haven't seen enough about Mavadashvili to rate him high enough.
Okay, but what about Donnarumma, Nick Pope?
Donnarumma 4, Nick Pope 5.
Nah.
Roberto
Actually, Sunderland keeper 5.
What about the new Man United keeper? He's actually been solid as well.
No, he's wank.
Fuck me, honestly.
Why have I got GH in?
I can just go if you want. I'm off.
No. Okay, right. So GH ball knowledge right there. So more comments. Had he got a big go in real life? Yeah,
no.
He has. Louis Vuitton bags and everything like that.
Louis Vuitton. No.
Has Bushy got a big ego in real life? Oh yeah. As a City fan, you wouldn't pick Grinders. Yeah. Like Man City season ticket holders, given his endorsement to get rid of him in some ways. Showing your cards, lads. Thanks. Well, I thought it would be better rather than just reading it all out. Like it's better when there's something visual there to see. He's hot in real life. Who? Oh, Bushy.
I think she means Bushy. Yeah.
Is that GH's ball knowledge will make you win? I don't.
Wait. Turbo Tom, you wanted to get me in a ring the other night. Now you think my ball knowledge will get you the win, will it?
Yeah, you're giving out the best knowledge right now, GH. Like everybody is wanting to follow suit right now with your FPL. Like everyone's now going to be like, Kelleher, third best goalkeeper in the league. I definitely got to get him into my FPL right now.
Let's be real. I've been playing FPL since 2013, so you can always trust on me.
2013.
Established in 2013. You've heard it.
Yeah, it's a bit like FC when your club name was established in 2015 or whatever. That's like me in FPL.
Oh God.
So you were playing FPL whilst you were still in nappies. GH.
Yeah. Go on. Let's go.
What we're saying? 2013, still in nappies, playing a bit of FPL. All right, okay. What about captain? Are you sticking with Haaland as captain against your Liverpool team?
I think this is a very bad week for captain. I was thinking Mateta, but it's the derby, so I'm not sure. Maybe I risk it and go like Chalobah or something stupid.
Nicola's asking, why is the lad called GH? He likes to visit a lot of glory holes, basically.
GH is my name, as in my first name and last name, and then everyone's just nicknamed me Glory Hole from that, and we just go with it.
Yeah, going with the flow. But he does visit a lot of like toilet cubicles.
Anyway, let's get back to FPL, man.
Get that clip for the TikTok.
Hey. Oh, Turbo saying, George, mate, our quiz is on. I will destroy you, pal.
Go on, Tom. You won't destroy me, but good.
You will. GH. He's a very knowledgeable person. He will.
So am I. I'm very knowledgeable.
No, you're not.
Right, so you're going to do a few transfers. You haven't set your team in stone. We've established, okay, and you're probably going with Haaland as captain. So basically, a win for Man City is what GH is saying.
Actually, maybe I should captain Nekatika instead. Back my team.
Okay, go on. I dare you to do that. Moving on to John, though.
Right.
John, shall we go through your team for the viewers?
Yeah, because I can't see it because I'm on
You
a
can't see it.
shitty-
So he's got, at the moment, Verbruggen in goal. Another bold choice, in my opinion. Ruben Diaz, Timber, Calafiori, Anderson, Caicedo, Neto, Semenyo, Haaland, Ekatike, Watermelon, Petrovic on the bench, Jack on the bench, Paulinho, and an injured Livramento.
He's back soon, though.
He will be back, and I look forward to him being back because I generally think he is probably the best Newcastle defender.
I agree. Apart from, if anyone hasn't seen it, Dan Burns' header in midweek is a thing of ages.
Oh, that goal is brilliant. It's not quite the best goal of the Champions League this week, but it was very good.
GH, settle down. All right? Just because you beat 1-0 Real Madrid, then you think you're going to conquer Europe.
Oh, wait, no, I was thinking about the Spurs goal, but that's Europa, isn't it?
And there it is, folks. GH's ball knowledge in a nutshell.
Oh, face palm.
But yeah, so I going back to my team, I brought in, that is my transfer, Calafiori, so I have used all my transfers. I think my first option will be a goalkeeper. And then my second transfer, I'm going to be probably keeping an eye on Cherky and bringing him in an attacking sense.
Yeah, I think it would make sense to probably hold back on Cherky for 1 week because the problem is with Pep at the moment, he definitely does feel like he rotates the wingers a little bit at the moment. So
yeah,
can't necessarily guarantee they're going to start. Like, for instance, Doku, like a couple of weeks ago, it's like, Doku's must be a must-own player for FPL because he's playing quite well. He can unlock defenses, but then he ends up getting benched, and then it's like not worth owning him anymore.
Yeah.
So that could happen with Cherky.
It's a bit like Rico Lewis. I stupidly put him in my FPL when he played like one game. I'm like, oh, he's nice and cheap. He's going to get some good minutes. And then he just doesn't play. And then he plays like one game and just doesn't play again. It's like Pep Roulette, isn't it? It's ridiculous.
But also the other player I'm going to keep a little bit of an eye on because he's coming back from injury is Marmouche. I think after the international break, when he's back fully fit, we will really see some points coming from him.
Yeah.
Marmouche is going AFCON.
Is he?
Yeah, that because obviously he's Egyptian, so he's probably the second best Egyptian player behind Salah.
Oh yeah.
Some might argue the best Egyptian player.
Oh,
So hold off to
watch
when's
season.
AFCON? January, is it? For a month?
No, it's
I
end
think
of December.
it's changed.
It's
I think it's the end of
mid-December.
November to December, like the end of December or something like that.
It's definitely December to January, I think.
But also,
I'll double
just
check
going
for you.
back to shut up, GH, a minute. This is my team. Going back to my outgoing, so I'll probably be this might be my last week where I've only got Watermelon in because my boy Livermento's been injured. I think I'm going to be at that point where if he doesn't get some good points, I think it might be bye-bye.
Yeah, I agree. To be fair, I think you've got a good core of players. I think the only questionable ones from my looking at your team, I'd say for Verbruggen, Ruben Dias maybe, but like Ekatike when Isaac comes back, although he deserves to probably be playing ahead of Isaac, but he probably will end up getting dropped undoubtedly, and then you just end up being like a 1-2 pointer kind of player unless he scores. But let's have a quick look at some of the comments. So we've got like the show, good show. Thank you very much, Vickers. How can you join the league? I will put it up on the screen right now.
That is a good question right there.
That is the FPL league code screen right now. If you want to quickly write that down, I'll probably leave that actually on screen for a bit.
I'll put it in the chat for everyone.
Okay, perfect. Thank you for that, GA. And then you love Bushy, but love Glory Hole also.
Don't go down that rabbit hole. Please don't go down that.
You're just going to boost my ego.
I can see Mers is thinking what I'm thinking. Don't go there, but please, Mers, don't go there.
Oh, I know what you're thinking. Oh God.
Yeah.
Anyway, Mers, let's have a look at your team. Come on.
Yes,
swiftly
moving on to my team now. So I've taken a 4-point hit with transfers this week.
Again?
Yes, back-to-back weeks of doing double transfers and taking a 4-point hit. So in terms of what my transfers were this week, I took out Dominic Calvert-Lewin, who I had in since a forfeit that was like 6 weeks ago or something like that.
7 weeks ago.
I just never got around to taking him out because I felt like there was other priorities and didn't really want to take a 4-point hit. But now it's a new month with the manager of the month race. I'm taking that gamble. So I took him out, brought in João Pedro again. So he's now back in the team after transferring him out. I'm being one of these people that's gone, oh, he's back on the score sheet again. Let's get him back into the team.
João Pedro is mid as hell. I don't think he's going to do that well.
And another interesting one that I did, I was one of the people that transferred out Saka and replaced him with Declan Rice and making the change because I've decided now 100% the 3 players from Arsenal you have to own is Declan Rice because he takes the set pieces pretty much. So he's almost bound to get like some assists here and there. Gonna chip in with some goals because he has done already, like so far this season. Gabriel, because he's on the end of those set pieces, gonna get some goals, some assists. Defcon, clean sheets. And then Raya, because he's pretty much that goalkeeper that might not get save points, but gets those clean sheet points. So he's pretty much good.
Mers.
Yeah.
Idiot's Guide question here.
Yeah.
What position does Declan Rice play?
He is a centre mid for Arsenal. So Zubimendi is CDM and Rice is a centre mid.
But if we went by a certain person's logic below me, this guy, his alternative position is a CDM.
A CDM, yeah.
I'm sure if we rewind my brain to about 3 or 4 years ago, and I'll try and do my best GH voice, CDMs don't get points.
But this year they kind of do because of Defcon in some way.
Yeah, the thing is, previously, like the quality in the Premier League has not been as high standard as it is now. Like, obviously, back in the day, you'd get like your standout players for the lower teams, and you'd get obviously, the main teams, but you wouldn't get many like people like Xhaka and all those people coming in and getting good points from centre mid. You just wouldn't see it. And now I think the league has got to such a high standard that you're just seeing players like Xhaka come in and shine.
Are you willing to admit, GH, that in FPL now, if you have a CDM, you're more than likely going to get points?
Unless you've got Tonali, then yeah.
You're a dickhead.
Well,
Tonali's not CDM, though, so...
I'm not wrong. Tonali's not really done much this season.
He's not CDM either. He's a CM, but okay, thank you.
I think if you're picking one of the midfield 3 from...
It's got to be Bruno, hasn't it?
I was going to say
Lewis Miley.
Bruno's got to be the one because he's probably the most attacking out of
the
3.
Yeah, Bruno's the best.
Yeah, he's created a lot of chances. Anyway.
So
what were your transfers, Merzgoff? Sorry.
So it was Dominic Calvert-Lewin out, João Pedro in, Saka out, Rice in, taking a 4-point hit. Captain at the moment is João Pedro, but I don't know whether to stick with that or go back to Haaland because it's one of those that it's like Haaland is probably going to score.
Yeah.
And if he does, then you're probably looking at I'd say 20 points. Then.
But you've got to remember, Wolves have just sacked their manager and they're atrocious this season.
Yes, but it's still caretaker manager at the moment, so it's kind of like that limbo of is it going to be the new manager bounce or not? So
well, no, because all of what I was going to say to that is all of those players now will be thinking, I want to impress whoever might become manager for a first 11 place.
Yes.
So they might actually do quite well. I'm assuming Wolves have got Chelsea then.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. It's at Stamford Bridge as well, so it's
It's a tough.
Wolves away.
Look at Sunderland. They did it, and people would have laughed if you said
But-
Sunderland to beat Chelsea at Stamford Bridge.
But
You would have.
Chelsea beat Liverpool, and I know you're thinking, oh, it's not that difficult to do that. But you've got to factor in the fact that Chelsea didn't have any. Well, they had like one fit centre back the whole game, and they still managed to beat us. And they had a red card as well early on. So, Chelsea are one of those teams that can pull off miracles.
I wouldn't doubt Wolves. I know they've sacked a manager, but I think that's a very good position for Wolves to be in right now because they will want to be playing out their skins for the new manager, whoever it might be. I don't know who's in the frame or what, but they're in that period where if they go and start winning a few games.
Who's the Middlesbrough manager? Apparently,
Michael Carrick.
No, he's not there anymore.
Oh, is he not? Fucking hell.
Well, whoever the Middlesbrough manager is, they weren't in their press conference today because apparently they're likely to go to Wolves.
Interesting. Because
he's only
it was been in job 10.
I know. Phil was saying it could be like Brendan or whatever, but I don't see it if I'm honest.
Now, I've got a genuine question.
Yeah.
That you'll probably be able to answer because me being me, I pretty much always do a 3 at the back team. Now I can see you've got a 4 at the back. What do you think the benefit of having a 4 at the back is versus a 3 at the back?
Okay, so the 4 at the back situation at the moment, and a lot of people in FPL have argued this because of DEFCON, and if you're looking at a lot of the top scorers at the moment, a lot of defenders are currently like in that top 10 of most high scoring players in FPL because of DEFCON and clean sheets. Like if you're looking at Gabriel, he's the second highest scoring player at the moment in FPL. And then you got like Snessie's been getting DEFCON nearly every single week. Tarkowski's been kind of like that as well, even if they're not getting clean sheets. And it's mostly because also looking at like my other midfield options. So Gakpo coming up against Man City. Can I see a Gakpo getting a goal and assist against Man City? Probably not. And Stack against Nottingham Forest away. Leeds have been quite poor away from home. So I can't really necessarily see him getting more than the box standard 2 points if he plays. And then obviously I've got Livramento injured. So it was a case of play Gakpo and risk it and probably only get 2 points, or play a defender and get maybe 4 points instead. So I'd rather play a defender and get 4 points than play a midfielder and only get 2 points.
Fair enough, because I think I might at some point start to look at strengthening my defence enough that I'm happy to do a 4 at the back, because obviously anyone that knows me, I used my wildcard early on and decided to just pretty much strip my whole defence of any good players and just went 4 million in defence for everyone.
That's a bad idea.
It is a bad idea. Now I realise it really backfired on me because I'm at the bottom. Well, I'm not at the bottom because that's where Brighton Van Dan belongs, but I'm near the bottom of the leaderboard. And if I wasn't careful and I didn't buck up my ideas, I was going to sit right down the bottom.
Yeah, to be fair, a lot of the bottom is quite close. But looking at some more of the comments, GH, can we have a VAR FC position? What position and what player is that? GH? Not so GH, Roman. So GH can then do that for you.
Yeah,
He's going to be the fact checker of FC, I guess.
VAR checking.
And as for the Middlesbrough manager, it's Rob Edwards.
Oh, Rob Edwards. Yeah, that's the one. I saw a tweet earlier. Yeah.
Thanks, Turbo.
Turbo's Mers's minion. Mers's Statman minion.
What? That's not stat, it's a fact.
Oh, it's for Rice 8 minutes ago. Yeah, it's CDM. And Bob Dude is in chat. Pew pew, shots fired. Technically, I'm not even in the new league. Haven't joined it yet. I did ask you to join Bob Dude, so Brighton fan Dan, but you didn't. I can repost it in chat later, and you can join because technically speaking, you can still be in the battle for the manager of the month. And also, John, I will send you an invite to it as well.
No offense, but he's not got Haaland in his team. Brighton fan Dan is screwed.
You don't need Haaland to get points.
Yeah. He might. He likes to do things differently, GA.
Oh yeah, let's.
You like to do things differently.
To be fair, if Haaland gets injured or he just doesn't do anything,
Haaland might go to AFCON.
Yeah.
Just randomly changes
he just goes to
nationality, boys.
He just goes to AFCON to sit in the stand and watch.
Up the Albion, well back to glory.
Good on you.
Quite well back.
He's hit and miss, but he's kind of like
hit and miss.
He's kind of like
got more goals than Salah this season. Hit and miss.
Right, he's a striker. Salah's a winger.
Oh, don't give me that bullshit. Oh,
also 250.
Right. Looking at game week 11's fixtures then. So obviously we've got Spurs versus Man United. In terms of like FPL players that you could go for, what would you even want to touch?
Mickey van der Ven. Mickey van der Ven.
Guemo for Man United.
Yeah, for Man United. Obviously, I always go, if you think an attacker's going to score, then you have to avoid the other team's defense.
So
that means like defense. Avoid the Spurs defense.
No.
No matter how hard I try, I can't fucking say it like the English way. It's defense. Defense all the way.
You can't.
I'll say it the Welsh way. Defense.
You can't. As much as everyone is saying, ignore the Spurs defense because Man United are probably going to score. Van der Ven is just too good that you can't not look at him.
No, he's not. He's not that good.
I mean, he is. He's one of the top scoring defenders this season.
What, with one goal?
Has he only got one goal? I swear he's got more than one goal. Well, anyway.
Yeah. And Man United defense at the moment, I just feel like you can't necessarily trust them.
It's a tough one to call. I mean, all these fixtures, even for the predictions, they're so difficult to call, man. Do you know what I mean?
Everton versus Fulham. Like I just don't know. Other than Anderson, I just don't know where to go with Fulham.
Fulham.
Yeah, it's a tough one. Anderson, I think I have Anderson. So
I can give you some good advice. Don't put King in your team.
Yeah. Thank you.
Because he's useless.
Everton, I think the obvious is Grealish and the other attacker, Ndiaye.
Yeah.
What about Dewsbury Hall? What do you think?
No.
Even with in terms of Everton defense, like the Tarkowski.
That's who shouted.
What about Branthwaite? Yeah.
Even going with Pickford as well as goalkeeper because he
no.
You don't like Pickford, do you, John? Because he's
T-Rex can stay on.
Ex-Sunderland player, but he's always got quite solid points in the past, though. Yeah,
he's a good keeper, but I just don't really like him.
West Ham versus Burnley can be quite an interesting one if you're maybe wanting to take a differential player in the hopes of maybe
Lyle Foster
points.
Maybe a Paqueta there, or even I tell you who could do well for them at the weekend. Callum Wilson might score.
No. I think Fulkrug's going to score.
Shut the fuck up, GH.
He's injured. GH. Jared Bowen, Paqueta.
Yes, Jared.
The ones. Jaden Anthony for Burnley could maybe score if to
be fair, and of all the Burnley players, Anthony's been not too bad this season.
Yeah. We've got some comments. Mers, is Gokaros going to play or should you bench him? Bench him because he is out for the game. Mikel Merino is probably going to be playing up front against Sunderland for us. Bowen could be a good shout. Yep, 100%. Like price wise is probably not the most ideal ones. Like there are some around that sort of same price that you could pick up instead, or even cheaper. I'll mention those when we get to those games. He was called Danny Welbeck's dad.
Oh God, not this again.
Oh God. Okay. Welbeck jokes are going to be coming in. Then we've got Sunderland versus Arsenal. Obviously,
Tough
Sunderland.
game.
Most weeks you probably might like take a Xhaka or
Granit Xhaka versus his old club. That would be very interesting.
Yeah, I will be intrigued to see how he does. I hope he lets us win. You know, just
No.
Well, he's just going to walk on the pitch and tell all of the players, "Oh,
Three
let
own
Arsenal
goals.
score."
3 own goals.
You know when you scroll
Yeah.
through TikTok and you see all of those scripted African matches, you're just going to look at this match and see the similarities.
Yeah, but in other weeks I probably would like a Sunderland player, but not this week. Arsenal, you can pick quite a lot of Arsenal players, like obviously Timber, Gabriel, Calafiori, Raya. I'm not too sure on the Saliba side of things because obviously he might get some DEFCON, but he doesn't seem to be doing much in terms of attacking output or anything like that. Then like the midfielders, obviously Rice.
What about what's his name? Trossard, because I considered bringing him in the other week, and then I looked at his minutes, and he comes off like 60th minute, like almost every game.
So Trossard is one of those that will get subbed each game. He might chip in with a bit of goals and assists, but also when Mukiele comes back, he'll obviously lose probably a lot of game time. But I feel like with Arsenal, they're just better options than a Trossard, unless you want to go for a differential kind of player. Chelsea versus Wolves. Feel like that's kind of like a clean sheet game. Reece James, Cucurella could be good ones to take for that.
Even Sanchez in goal.
Yeah. A lot of nailed on minutes with them. Chelsea, like Neto.
Surprising because they've got such a massive squad, really.
Yeah, they have. They're moving into Aston Villa versus Bournemouth. I'm intrigued. With Aston Villa, would you actually take any of their players? And if you do, who would you
No, because let's be real, their striker, their very, very good striker, has been very poor this season. So I wouldn't say that he's gonna, especially against Bournemouth, when Bournemouth got one of the strongest defenses in the league.
Sort of. I wouldn't say there's one of the strongest. There's definitely a lot of better. Like I feel like I'm very much a big fan of Newcastle's defense. Like when they play well, they
apart from against West Ham.
When they play well is the key sentence.
Palace as well. Like Palace defense, I'm always quite a big fan of, and then obviously Arsenal. Beyond those three, it's like whoever. They're playing that.
I mean, I do think this is probably a game where both teams may score. So I'd probably, in my personal opinion, I'd stay away from defenders and I'd probably look to attacking players if you're going to get anyone.
Yeah, I mean, for me, Cliver would be one that I would want to look.
Oh yeah, Justin. Yeah, wasn't he on the bench last game?
Yeah,
he is just coming back from injury. Yeah.
Injury and getting fitness back in getting into that rhythm is the thing that's holding me back from wanting to own him.
Surely the obvious one is just Semenyo, but everyone's probably already got him.
Now moving into Brentford versus Newcastle, I'd be intrigued to know your thoughts obviously with this game, John.
Yeah. Am I allowed 11 men from Brentford?
Unfortunately, no. If the rules allowed it, you could probably try and go for 11 players from Brentford.
Past and present, you could probably do it, but not like present.
Shut up, G. It's not FIFA. Anyway, Brentford, Newcastle. I think I went for a draw. We're away. wouldn't count my chickens on goal Watermelon scoring. I don't know many Brentford players. I think Shardy's looking quite good.
Yeah.
He might be a good little shot. I mean, a midfielder, I would probably, if I was going to stick it I think Hall might actually start. But knowing Eddie Howe, he'll probably go down Burn again. So, and I would probably be interested. I think he's going to drop Gordon for Barnes. And I think he'll play Murphy over Elanga because Elanga's really struggling.
Okay, yeah. I mean,
But none of them I would pick for my FPL, by the way. I'm just brainstorming what my team would be. I mean, the obvious FPL pick I might go for is probably, as I say, I can't see his name. It's that Tiao. We got him from Germany.
Malik Tau.
Yeah, he's been absolutely.
He has
You wouldn't have
good.
thought. You wouldn't have thought he's just moved to Newcastle. You would have thought he's been in our team 10 years. He's just fitted in amazingly.
Yeah, obviously Newcastle wise, Livramento's been the one that I've had in the team since game week 1, but obviously got the injury, unfortunately. Walter Mady, I've been on the fence about trying to add him into the FPL team or not.
Yeah.
And then on Brentford's side of things, Thiago and Sade are probably the two main ones that I would 100% consider.
I'll tell you someone who is a potential is Michael Coyote, because against Liverpool, he caused us absolutely nothing but trouble when he did his long throws. And I think he even got an assist from one of his long throws.
Yeah, because he is taking those, you would go, oh yeah, maybe he might get some assists, but unfortunately, GH, he's got zero assists.
Oh, okay. Well, he didn't assist the one then.
He's only done well in 2 weeks. I don't think they've got many clean sheets this season at the moment, Brentford. Like looking at it, how many have they got? 2 clean sheets, so not really.
Okay, maybe it's more safe just to go for Igor Thiago then.
Yes, 100%. Moving into the Palace Brighton game, for me, Brighton have only kept 1 clean sheet this season, so Brighton defenders / goalkeeper not really is virtually a no-go.
Thanks, Merce. I think he's my goalkeeper.
Yeah, which is what I did say. Like, he's the one that I would pinpoint straight away to want to take out.
I've got faith in this made-up derby that I reckon, against all odds, I know I've predicted a Palace win, but I think Brighton might nick it.
Okay, you've heard
it'll
it.
It'll be like a shock of the weekend. It'll be like, but they don't go well and play well at Palace either. Dan was telling me they don't play well at Palace. I reckon if they go and nick a 1-0 win, put 10 quid on it, Mers.
Yeah.
we don't condone gambling in this industry.
Yeah, but you gamble on like North Korean division women's GH, so
it's
you know.
10p bets.
Not anymore, I don't know.
Yeah. Palace though, you can pick up a lot of their players. Like you can go
anyone,
Henderson potentially if you really want to. Like pretty much all of their defenders: Richards, Lacroix, Guehi, Munoz, Tyreek Mitchell. You could pretty much own all of them, and they'll probably get some solid points. Not necessarily week in, week out, but consistently get points.
I think Gay's one of them that, like you say, he'll be like a solid. Even if they lose, that he'll still get you some good points.
Yes, 100%. Then like Sarr and Mateta are probably the other two from Palace that I would consider.
I disagree with you there, and I said, and I'm sorry to I said it earlier with Mateta. I think you'll see a real drop off in him.
I don't think you see drop off. I don't think you're likely to score, say, like
Haaland was.
So because if he scores, at minimum he would get 6 points.
Well, for one goal.
I don't think you'll get so from what, because he gets 4 points for a goal, then obviously 2 points for minutes played. So at a minimum, if he's scoring a goal, then he's going to get 6 points. So how often is he probably going to get those kind of point games? Maybe 1 in 3, I would say. But that's still quite consistent because then other players will every now and again be the ones that pick up the slack on his off weeks.
What's their next fixture? So what's it, Brighton? Who's after Brighton?
So I will have a look right now. So we have got Palace, Brighton, then Wolves.
Okay.
Then Man United at home.
Ooh.
Burnley away, Fulham away, and then like in week 16, then the Man City game. So yeah, there is some
4 games there. You would get points, really. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. You get you some points there. And then we have got Forest versus Leeds. Leeds not really got consistent scorers of points in FPL. And then Forest, like you've had Nuno, who then got sacked after about 4 weeks, and then you had Ange, who was absolutely abysmal, and you've only now just got Deitch, and it's still early days for him, so you don't quite know where they are in terms of who's going to be consistently scoring points, how they're going to be performing week in, week out. So this is kind of fixture it's like stay clear of. You just don't know unless you want to take a gamble. And then finally, Man City versus Liverpool. GH. What's your opinions on who should be who? Actually, GH.
Don't ask GH. It'll be Allison.
No.
Andy Robinson.
This could be worth a clip.
Right.
Who do you think is going to be the player that scores the most points in that game?
I'm gonna say an outlandish name because it's gonna make for a good clip. So I'm gonna say Andy Robertson.
And you may as well have just not bothered because we just knew it was a Liverpool player.
I knew him. Yeah, but I wanted him to say a Liverpool player.
Who was
out of all the players, he picked Robertson. Though.
Who was in the team of the week last week? Just saying.
Well, there was Gravenberch as well, who scored more points than him.
But that was 1 week. But the thing is, Roberts. The reason I say Robertson is because he was 10 times better than Kirkus has ever been this season. He managed to defend well. He managed to attack well. And he got good points. So I have faith in him exceeding all your expectations and destroying Man City. Come on, up to Robertson.
GH, I'm going to say this right now to that Robertson prediction. In order for Robertson now to be the highest point scorer in that game, Liverpool need to keep a clean sheet.
Not necessarily. What if Robertson gets a hat trick?
Unlikely.
Especially from fullback. Like, how many in the history of the Premier League have scored a hat trick? I couldn't even probably name one. This is where Turbo Tom's going to come out with his ball knowledge.
Oh, Ashley Cole's done it. Oh, Young's done it.
Kieran Trippier.
Has he?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Is that for actually Newcastle, or is that for?
I think it would have been for the Spursies.
Definitely not for Newcastle.
Okay. Well, he could have. GH, don't like be dissing it too much for Newcastle. But I think that's us going through the game week 11. Obviously, GH Robertson, cool right there.
Merce, who would you say? I know you're not Liverpool or Man City. Who would you? I know obviously the obvious answer is going to be Haaland, isn't it? So who would you say if it wasn't Haaland? Who would your next best person to pick?
Oh, this is going to be okay. So I could say Cherky maybe because if Haaland's scoring, then maybe Cherky's getting the assist. But
no Man City defenders or goalkeeper?
No, I don't think the defenders or goalkeeper would get the highest points, but I'm going to throw a potential out there. I'm going to say
Okay.
Ekitike.
Wow, interesting.
Go on, up the Ekitike.
Well, you think he
could
might
maybe-
score as well?
I
as
think
well?
he might score. I think my predictions, I put 2-1 to Man City, but that doesn't necessarily mean Haaland's going to score those goals. But I reckon the Liverpool goal, if it's going to come from someone, probably going to.
Do you know who I wouldn't put? That don't have him in your team. Rubbish.
He shouldn't be in starting 11.
He shouldn't be in the Sunday North Division team. He wouldn't even get in Rotherham United's team. He's that bad.
But we have come to the end of that. We are now going to open things up to the audience. Do you have any questions for us to answer? Whether it's about transfers, free hit, wildcard, triple captain, bench boost, like anything that you want help with game week 11.
That does remind me.
Get our opinions. Dennis Irwin potentially as somebody who scored a hat trick. Turbotom is saying.
Dennis Irwin. Oh, that's the Man United, Donny.
Yeah. I mean, any particular transfers whilst we're waiting for any questions coming, do you have as recommendations? Because obviously you've done your own ones, but is there any particular players that you feel might be worth considering? Whether it's even not for just this game week, it could be for future game weeks, long term, short term, medium term.
I tell you what, Bournemouth. As much as it pains me to say this, either Bournemouth or Man United have probably got the best set of fixtures coming up. So I would say if you haven't already got a Bournemouth defender or a Man United defender, maybe this is the time to bring them in.
Okay, so let's break that down then.
Against, but hang on, sorry, Bez. Rewind. Yeah. He's just said a defender for Bournemouth or Manchester United. So Bournemouth have been scoring regularly, and so Man United have now scored regular. And you're suggesting bringing in either a Manchester United defender,
hang
on a second, which I'm imagining would be Delit or Dallo. Does he even play for Man U anymore?
Yeah,
the right back guy.
Yeah,
he does.
Or you're going to go Bournemouth. I don't even know who's in Bournemouth. Peter Crouch potentially is in defence for them. They're two. Who's Bournemouth? Let's have. What's the two next fixtures for Man U and Bournemouth? GH.
Man United have got Tottenham and Everton, and Bournemouth have got Villa and West Ham.
So Villa will no doubt score. West Ham probably, and then the other side. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't go defence. I wouldn't.
I think I can understand GH's standpoint, not necessarily for game week 11, for beyond that, because Man United next 5, so obviously currently got Spurs this week, but then they've got Everton, Palace, West Ham, and then Wolves.
Ooh,
so there's
yeah, but then you would think they'd get an attacker and not a defender, Mers, like a Bruno or a Wemo or Cunye.
Looking at this, I think Liverpool have got good fixtures. We've got Forest, West Ham, Sunderland, Leeds, Brighton.
Which you'll lose all 5 of.
I've already mentioned Liverpool earlier.
Yeah.
But you could, if you had some banked transfers, go for an attacker and a defender maybe from Man United. If you're going for Man United, I think defender-wise, probably Delit. Maybe Euro. Because like the left-hand side is kind of being rotated between Shaw and Maguire, so there's not necessarily a certainty on who's going to play on that left-hand side. Bournemouth, I mean, I've owned Senesi since week 1, I believe. He's been pretty good for points. Truffert, probably good for points as well. When Bournemouth signed Jimenez, I was kind of like a little bit of a big fan of him potentially scoring some points.
Oh, yeah.
Bit slow to get into the lineup, but I think he is now kind of settled in
Yeah.
now and got that right back slot nailed on now. So could maybe go for a Jimenez as a gamble option for Bournemouth. But I think out of all the teams, for medium and maybe a bit of long-term hold is going to be Liverpool after the Man City game, because it's just literally such a nice run between game week 12 and game week 20 that I can see here. Like Forest, West Ham, Sunderland, Leeds, then Brighton, then Spurs, Wolves, Leeds again. So they got Leeds like twice in like space of 5 weeks, and then Fulham. So
Yeah, Robertson's coming into my team. Trust me.
I mean, defender-wise from Liverpool would probably be Van Dijk, surely.
Nah. I mean, if you want guaranteed minutes, then yes, it will be him. Although, actually, probably Bradley, because Frimpong's long-term injured. So,
Is he? How long-term are we talking?
I can double check, but I
Not
think
long enough.
it's unknown return date. So that's how long.
Okay,
Really?
so that
Jeez.
is a long one. Yeah.
It's I think it's
Hamstring, wasn't it?
Hamstring,
Yeah.
yeah.
So that's Livermento's injury. So you're talking 3 months easy.
Yeah, probably. And he said on a TikTok video the other day that his recovery is going well and he's getting on well, but he didn't have a return date. So
Thanks for that.
In terms of chips that you've got remaining, what do you guys have left? Because I think I saw triple captain bench boost was available for you, John.
Yeah,
which is actually quite good to have.
Yeah, that's it for me.
I mean, with that being considered, you're not playing one of them for game week 11. That would mean you have, I think, 8 weeks to play them before they refresh.
in 19, don't they?
You're definitely going to need to consider playing those at some point, because you want to you need to use them before that game week 19. Well,
I have a plan.
20. You have them planned,
And you can't use them all at once if that's
Really?
Wow, didn't know that.
I might be new to FPL GH, but I did know that quite quickly. You can only play one token at 1 week because it tells you that information.
Yeah, I mean, for myself, I've got triple captain left and free hit left. I don't know, because free hit don't necessarily need to play that, because it doesn't necessarily gain advantage other than you just get to change your team for 1 week. And that more depends on the matchups that particular week and my team going.
Or, yeah, if you've got loads of injuries.
I don't fancy my team this week. I might play the free hit.
Well,
so there's no guarantees I play that.
Because your team is so good and you're doing so well, the only reason I'd say to use that is if you've got like 3 or 4 injuries out of nowhere, and then maybe you might consider doing it.
Is there any comments, or can we wrap it up, broski?
No comments. We're about to wrap it up. I'll just say get a triple captain and probably play that game week 13, I believe, against Man City versus Leeds or something.
Noted. I'll use mine then as well.
But yeah, we haven't got any comments in about any transfer suggestions or anything like that. But to be fair, we've covered a lot of that anyway whilst we've been talking for the past hour and a quarter. It's been certainly a nice first FPL stream that we've done. Thank you, GH and John, obviously, for being fellow panelists for this episode. But before we go, I'm going to go through all the stuff that KB Terrace Talk has to offer for you guys. So the next show after this will be on Sunday night at 8 p.m. The Sunday service that will be hosted by Phil. Might even potentially see John return for Sunday service. Who knows?
No.
And GH will probably be on there. I probably might be on there as well. Then on Monday night, you have Monday Night Millers, where you're going to have somebody like the comment here, Turbo Tom, Mers John, and George Legends. He is
Thanks,
part
Tom.
of the Monday Millers, who is also, and that is hosted by Bushy. And then the other show that we have on the KB Terrace Talk channels is the Thursday night Prem Talk. Obviously, you've got international duty coming soon, but we'll probably
Next
still
week.
obviously do that. But obviously, the next show we'll be talking about this coming weekend's fixtures anyway. The week after that, we'll probably just have some talk about the coming fixtures and stuff. But make sure to like the video if you've enjoyed it, live stream, subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on other KB Terrace Talk content that we have for you.
Exactly.
And we will see you in the next stream. Bye bye, guys. Have a
Bye.
good one.